Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Brent McGrath, and I'm the host of Talks and Discussions, What Matters and What Doesn't Matter. And today we have a well-traveled Toastmaster, and his name is Toño Colorado. How are you doing, Toño?
I'm fine, Brett. Thank you so much for the invitation for this interview. It's so special and it's a honor for me.
Thank you very much for accepting it, because I know how busy you are. I know that I know who you are, but I know that the audience doesn't. So can you give us a little background on who is Toño Colorado?
Yes, thank you, Brent, for this opportunity. Well, first, my name, Toño Colorado, is something like a nickname because my complete name is Jose Antonio Rivera Colorado. I have a very usual and traditional Latino name with two first names, two last names, and so long that in some forms it's not possible to write. So, well, I live now in Jalapa, Veracruz, in the east coast of Mexico. Is the capital of the state, my home city. I am 27 years old. I was born here and I spent my childhood in this beautiful city. When when someone come to Jalapa can see why it's special for me because Jalapa is a very, very cultural city. If you come here, you are going to see the second important museum of anthropology in our country, in Mexico. You can see the first school for teachers in Mexico was here in Jalapa. So everything here in my home city is about education and services. So in my family is the same. My family work everyone or not everyone, but the majority of my family works in the education services, as teachers or as administration people, but everyone in this way, in this kind of services. So when I was a kid, my first dream was to work in Chedraui. Is something like Walmart, but here in Jalapa. So my dream was work in Chedraui was because they have in the cash, the people that when you pay
Right.
the cash service have a big box with the money and with big, I forget the name, teclas that you can push and you can put everything in this place and you are going to say hi to everyone in the city and you can know what they are buying. No, so was my first big dream that I wanted to do. But when I grow up, maybe when I was 6 years old or seven, my dream was to be a teacher because my mom was a teacher. So I enjoyed every time that I can watch the way that she worked with the students. So my dream was to teach to everyone and teach to read, teach to write, mathematics. That was my dream. But when I start in different kinds in my life to grow, I can understand that we can do different things. No, so for example, I had musical studies because my parents thought that was good for me. So I played violin maybe 4 years, and was not so funny for me, but was good because I can knew that in the life you can know what you want to do, but in this way you are going to know what don't you want to do also. No,
Yeah.
so I think that now I have the possibility or the skill to say no to some things and try to find what I want to do. No, and when I was 12 years old, maybe when I start in the juniors high school, I changed a lot of things in my life. Why? Because I start in a difficult age for everyone. I was a teenager, so um, my family is composed by my father, my mom, and my little son. So my little son, no, my little brother. So I was, I was in a continued problem with my brother
Mm-hmm.
because he was growing up. Also, me, we have different ways to see the life,
Mm-hmm.
different hobbies, for example. So when I was a teenager, I had the responsibility to go with my brother to his football plays,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like the sport. So was a little part about responsibility. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
had the responsibility to go with my brother, and even I don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
was a responsibility for me.
Right.
I start in a very important organization for me that is called Toastmaster International.
Mm-hmm.
So in this point of my life, I can see a different world, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start in when I start to choose what I want to do in my life, I remember that a teacher in the school told us that when you are choosing a career,
Mm-hmm.
is the thing that you need to do all your life. And the last word was awful for me
Mm-hmm.
because
Right.
all your life is a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Is a lot of time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not possible that a teenager need to take a very important decision for all the life.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I was so stressed because I didn't know what I want to do. In a part of me thought that be a teacher could
Mm-hmm.
be good because I saw that my family live of the educational system. Everyone they
Mm-hmm.
have um, medical service. They
Mm-hmm.
have every month or each 2 weeks they have an amount of money saved,
Mm-hmm.
and is safe for all the life, maybe, you know. So
Yeah.
I was thinking, what I want to do, something safe, secure, or try to explore the world. No,
Yes.
because Toastmaster gave me this opportunity to see different things more than only be a teacher. And I'm sure that be a teacher of an elementary school as
Mm-hmm.
my mom is
Yeah.
amazing, no.
Yes.
And it's a very loyal work, no, because
So then you were actually introduced to Toastmasters at the age of 12. But who introduced you to Toastmasters?
when I was in the junior high school, I
Mm-hmm.
remember that in the Spanish class
Mm-hmm.
in the school have a legend about a teacher, the teacher Tere.
Okay.
So she was the Spanish teacher,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that with her was my second class in the junior high school. No, so I remember here her steps coming to the
Mm-hmm.
classroom,
Right.
and everyone was quiet because we were afraid about her. No, and she
Yes.
was so serious.
Mm-hmm.
Only go to the classroom, sit in her chair,
Mm-hmm.
and start to say all the last names, but so fast. No,
Mm-hmm.
Aguilar, Cabrera, Martinez, Rivera, and what happened? What happened? And present here, everyone was stressed with her, and start with the class maybe in only 2 minutes, not with this kind of things of, oh, everyone, please say your name, what do you want in the junior high school, not this kind of things. So
Mm-hmm.
she was maybe the terrible teacher in the
Okay.
junior high school, not for
Right.
everyone. And maybe 2 months after this first class, she asked to some students that she said that she want to talk with them. And yes, with them, because I was not invited to this to this talk.
Okay.
And maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, I saw that some students go there. I knew that the invitation was for a communication workshop.
Okay.
No, that's what never I hear about Toastmaster was a communication workshop,
Okay.
and was the Friday at 5 p.m. And the good point about it was that if you join the workshop, you
Right.
had 1 point more in your last note. No, so I said, I can go. But it was curious because when I joined the first meeting in Toastmaster in this club in the junior high school, the Club Juvenil Técnica 3, anyone in the room knew that I was there. Anyone. And anyone told me, hi, how are you? Anyone. Because when you are a teenager, you are an awful human, no? So
Yeah.
I joined. I only was in my seat and no more. No more. And I joined the next meeting. Maybe when I joined the third meeting in a row,
Yep.
the teacher, Tere, knew that I was there and asked me, what are you doing here? I want to be here because maybe I'm going to need the point. And I don't know why she started to think and to call me Marco, Marco Colorado. And that was my name in the junior high school.
Yeah.
And everyone started to call me Marco, 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 Marco. And I start to say, yes, I am Marco. I never said that I was Marco, but I never said that I was not Marco, that I was
Right.
Toño. But I was so afraid about the teacher Tere that I never said the correct way of my name.
Right.
And in a curious fact that is that my first name in Toastmaster is Marco Antonio Colorado.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, so I joined Toastmaster. I started at Sergeant at Arms, and I was selected as at Sergeant at Arms. I was the courage to call to talk to teacher Tere that my name was Antonio. So she was, what? You are not Marco? No, but it happened maybe 8 months after that I called with teacher Tere, no? So,
Yeah.
and this was because when she reviewed the list of names in my group, she said, and who is Jose Antonio Rivera? You? Yes, my name is Antonio, is Jose Antonio Rivera Colorado, no? But everyone in the school told me Marco, so I started to tell them that I was Antonio, and that was the reason that my nickname in Toastmaster is only Antonio Colorado, because everyone started to tell me Toño, and the teacher Tere told me Colorado, no? Colorado, Colorado, come here, Colorado, Colorado,
Yeah.
Colorado. So that's the reason, and that's why I joined Toastmaster. I only joined for 1 point in Spanish. I never had the point in Spanish because I am a nerdy guy, so I never need the point. And I said that well, because this is another curious point, was 1 point if you join the workshop,
Right.
but 2 points if you be a member of the club. So
Okay.
I said, I don't want to be a member. I just only need 1 point. I had maybe
Sorry.
14 years paying my membership. So if you think that you are not going to do something, be patient, because maybe sometime in your life you are going to do it.
Right.
So that's how I joined Toastmaster. And joining Toastmaster, I have the vision to do different things. I have the vision to study in another city. When I was 18 years old, I started to live in Mexico City because after my dream of work in Chedraui and after my dream of be a teacher, I had dream to study in the UNAM, in the Universidad Nacional Autónoma de Mexico, the biggest university in the country.
Right.
When I was 8 years old, my parents, to my brother and me, we spent vacations in Mexico City, and I went to the principal campus.
Okay.
And when I was 8 years old, I thought I want to study here, and I work on it
Mm-hmm.
with my parents, with brainwash every week, every time. I
Yeah.
want to study, I can do it, and all these kind of things. I studied there. I am accountant, and with all that the Toastmaster gave me to me, I
Mm-hmm.
have the possibility to dream big, because for a series, yes, it's a serie or telenovela, maybe. I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure, that I was called Infamous, and was about the work in the presidential office
Mm-hmm.
in Mexico. No,
Okay. Yep.
so I had the dream to work in the presidential office. No, and I started to review where was possible to do my social service.
Okay.
And when I reviewed the list, guess was the the office that I check in the
Yeah.
list, the presidential office, and I said, I want to do it. No,
Yeah.
so I work in the presidential office 1 year, and was
Mm-hmm.
amazing for me. Was an amazing environment, so stressful. It's not the best for me, but
Mm-hmm.
was so good have this experience after I work in different companies.
Mm-hmm.
One of them about credits to the people that work in the government. The other one was an amazing opportunity for me, because I work in the marketing expenses of Pepsi in Mexico.
Okay.
So was amazing this work,
Mm-hmm.
because when I joined the Pepsi, they they were changing the environment of work.
Okay.
So we don't have offices. We have only big tables. We don't have an special place to work. We can
Mm-hmm.
work in every place, in the table, in the
Okay.
campus, in the restaurant. What was amazing for me, this kind of work. And after I returned to the university to study an MBA and work in the university also.
Mm-hmm.
So was good for me, because gave me the opportunity to learn about another way to work.
Right.
No, about being a teacher, not a teacher of an elementary school,
Mm-hmm.
now in a university, but was good for me. And I knew in Toastmaster and this work, even in the office work, that one of my best things to do in the life is teach to other people. No, is to train to other people. So that's something for me, about how Toastmaster was a very important point in my life,
Mm-hmm.
because for a teenager that I
Mm-hmm.
was the possibility to see another horizons. No, my family is amazing, my father, my mother, but the possibilities that Toastmasters show me
Mm-hmm.
was so different than the possibilities that my parents showed me in this time. In this time, no. So I'm so grateful with Toastmaster, because the things that I'm doing now
Mm-hmm.
is is because Toastmaster. No, is because I have another opportunity to see the life, to explore the world, because for Toastmaster I can did my first international travel. I
Right.
never my parents every time wanted vacations in United States or Canada or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but never was possible. So the first time that I crossed the line
Mm-hmm.
was for Toastmaster, about Toastmaster, and was good for me, because the first time that I traveled to another country was because I can do something, because I cannot pay. I never paid the travels, because
Mm-hmm.
Toastmaster paid me because I was director,
Right.
and was special for me because some of my friends go to Paris, Spain, Canada because their parents pay the
Yes.
travel, no? But I was traveling because someone, in this case Toastmaster, pay me because I was able to do something. So that was so special for me. That is something about me in maybe some words.
So
But
how impactful, because you're talking about Toastmasters a lot because it's a big part of your life. So how impactful has Toastmasters been in your life as in relationship to leadership and communication?
well, in communication, obviously was important for me because Toastmaster helped me to find my voice. And the first opportunity to find my voice was with teacher Tere to
Yes.
tell her that's not my name. So,
Yeah.
but in another activities was possible to find my voice, to have a specific communication about what I want to do.
Okay.
I'm sure now that when you want to do something, when you want to explore something, when you want to go to some place, you need to be so clear with your words and with your communication, because in the way that you ask for it is the way that you are going to have it. No, so in communication, Toastmaster helped me in so much, but in leadership was the biggest lesson of my life. When I was working in Pepsi, I knew that it was not possible for me to be a manager or to be a director in the company because I was so young, and I wanted I wanted to be more than only an employee. It's good to be an employee, but I thought that I was able to do something more. No, so I reviewed the possibilities to be a manager, to be a director, to develop another kind of skills, and it was not possible in this time because I was so young. I need another kind of experience. So I watched in Toastmaster the possibility to be a manager, to be a director, to in something similar of a company, no, because a district in Toastmaster is something similar. So I start the journey in leadership in Toastmaster being secretary of the district, after public relations managers, and the first time that I go in in some place for election was in Toastmaster when I wanted to be elected as club road director. And being club road director, program quality director, and district director, I had the best experiences about leadership. No, I can understand how work leadership in the people, and it's not the same way. It's not the same way that work for you, that work for me, that work for everyone in the world, because each person have different ideas about leadership and different ways to express, to work their leadership. No, so as district director, I had an amazing team that at the first of our term, maybe we weren't the best friends of the world, you know.
Right.
And in maybe 2 weeks ago, I was talking about it, that everyone in the team that I was leading, everyone was amazing people. Carolina, Brianda, Jorge Antonio, Ángel, Esaú, Salvador, everyone. But the relation between them was not so strong because never they worked together.
Right.
And some of them that work together in the past don't have the best relation. No, so
Okay. Yeah.
one of the biggest lessons working in Toastmaster, one of the biggest leadership lessons was when you have an objective, a clear objective, everyone in the team, they can work on it. And in the process, you can be the best friends of the world. No, because now it's so nice for me that with my directors, with my managers, with my division directors, some of the area directors, I have a good relation. Even I am not more the district director. They are not more the roles that they have.
Mm-hmm.
But now we can have another relation, another kind of relation
Mm-hmm.
without the roles,
Yep.
without the levels, as a friends. No, so that was the biggest lesson. And then, and well, when I was being district director, the pandemic started in the world
Yes.
in the last six, no, 4 months of the
4
term.
months. Mm-hmm.
Yes, everything changed. No, and well, remember, I am a nerdy guy. I am an accountant. The
Yes.
accountants, we are so square. We cannot do anything that is not in the plan. So I had the plan for the whole term,
Right.
maybe 1 year before I started as district director. No, 1 year before being district director, I was prepared to be district director because I had the plan, I had the idea of my conference, I had the
Mm-hmm.
idea for the training. Maybe I had the locations for the event
Mm-hmm.
because was in my plan.
Right.
So with the pandemic, one of the biggest lessons that I had in my professional in the professional way
Mm-hmm.
was planning is essential for success.
Right.
Yes, but flexibility
Mm-hmm.
is the key for the success
Okay.
because you can have a plan,
Mm-hmm.
but if something happened and you don't have the flexibility to change the plan, to create a new plan,
Mm-hmm.
you are not going to be success in any way. So in March, we need to change all the plans. We need to start to change every week the plan because every week change the situation of the pandemic. No,
Right.
so when we start to change was okay. We are going to be in home 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, and after 4 weeks. Well, 2 more months. So
Mm-hmm.
was changing every time. So that was an amazing lesson of leadership for me.
Mm-hmm.
And every time as a leader, you need to be the more optimistic people of the world. No,
Right.
because
Yeah.
when I was joining the club meetings, when everyone was losing their jobs, they were stressed because big be in your home every time,
Mm-hmm.
be with your family every time. In some cases, was not was not good for the
Yes.
people. And if you go with the people as a leader, and even you have the same problems,
Mm-hmm.
but you have the same face that the people that follow you, everything is not going to work. No,
Yeah.
so even I had the same problems. Even in Toastmaster, I have a lot of problems because we cancel the district conference, and work headquarters start to ask about different things, meetings
Mm-hmm.
with the people, the personal issues. When I join club meeting was
Mm-hmm.
everything is possible. We can do it. Try to have a smile in your
Yeah.
face.
Mm-hmm.
Try to keep the faith in the situation. No, so
Right.
that's the other way that Toastmaster changed the vision that I have about the life.
Okay.
When you are the leader, when you are the leader of your life,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be optimistic, enthusiastic, because it's the only way to keep in your mind your objective, your purpose. So when you try to be a leader, you need to be the leader of you,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to keep your mind, your feelings in the best way possible, because the people that identify you as their leader wants to want to have a real leader, no,
Mm-hmm.
than to have an empathic leader.
Mm-hmm.
No, not only are people that say, hi, how are you? What are you doing? Good, good, good. Well, how can I help you? And when the people are answering the question, what I can do for you, when someone is not a real leader, they're not going to hear anything about it. They are not going to listen anything
Mm-hmm.
about the people say. You need to be empathic with the people, hear the people, listen to the people, and know what's happening with them. So a real leader, try to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I say try because sometimes it's not possible
Oh yeah, it's
to
hard.
do with all the people, no?
Mm-hmm. So let's recap a little bit. You are 27 years old, right?
Mhm.
So in my world, you're probably one of the youngest district directors that I've ever heard of in Toastmasters. And so your route that you've taken to get to this point is not a usual route for a young Mexican man, correct?
Yes, that's
Okay.
true.
So now that you've climbed the mountain, let's say the Toastmaster mountain, and you're at the top. You were last year at the top, and now this year you're vying to be the district director for all of Toastmasters, right? The whole world, trying to conquer the world now, right?
Yes, well, was so curious because when I finished my term as district director,
Mm-hmm.
well, when you are a district director in Mexico we have two districts. So I was the district director of the south of the Mexican Republic.
Right.
I thought that the Toastmaster for me, every time, for me, for you, for everyone that want to join Toastmaster, every time you are going to have a challenge.
Right.
Every time. So the educational, the communication leadership experience in Toastmaster never ends. That's a rule in Toastmaster, no?
Yes. Yeah.
So, but for me, being district director in the pandemic was so stressful. Um, because for everyone, the pandemic um changed our lives,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and being district director more, no? And I am so in Spanish we say that we are aferrados, no? Or when
Mm-hmm.
I have an objective, I work until the objective is done,
Yes.
no? So I work every time to do the things that I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So when I closed the term, I was tired to be the leader.
Okay. Yeah.
And the July 1st, I said, I feel that Ralph Smithly come to my bed and said, "You are free, my little leader." No, and what's special for me because I had in my soul, in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
the satisfaction about a good term,
Mm-hmm.
because the people, I think, I don't know, I think that the people was happy with the things that we do, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and being and when I had the 16th place in the world, when
Mm-hmm.
I was in the top 20 of the world,
Right.
was wow, I can do everything that I want to do.
Yes.
And but I thought that my time of leadership in Toastmaster need to have a break.
Mm-hmm.
But the life is curious, and in August, at the end of August, with talking with other district leaders of our region and in
Mm-hmm.
other parts of the world,
Yep.
start the possibility for um, to run for being international director from Region 3.
Right.
In Toastmaster exists different regions in the world,
Mm-hmm.
and each region have an international director that compose the board of directors of Toastmaster International. So now I'm running for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second time that a Mexican run
Mm-hmm.
for an international position. The first one was Gustavo Aragon Michelena.
Okay. Yes.
It's the second time that a Mexican is running for it, and I hope to learn about international leadership now, because this kind of positions works about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, so that's what I want to do now. What I'm doing now in Toastmaster International, I'm helping to my club because this term I am president, club president.
Okay. Yeah.
It's curious because some members told me, "Wait, you are closing the term as district director, and now you are starting a term as club president. What happened with you?" As if being club president was um,
Was it
not
was
so cool.
or
As,
was less than because you're way up here and now you're back down here
yeah,
again? Yeah.
yes, and I think that it's so different, no? And then the club president have more has more work than the district director. More work, no more responsibilities. The responsibilities of a district director is so different, but
Mhm.
you need to work more. And now it's a challenge to be club president
Yes.
after being a district officer because I have the responsibility to have a good club, no, an exemplary club.
Oh yeah.
So that is what I'm doing now in Toastmaster. I start another projects in my life um, that was important for me,
Mhm.
but I didn't have the time to work on it, no, because when I choose to be district officer, I thought that well, in all the things of my life,
Mhm.
if I'm going to do something,
Yes.
I'm going to work on it and
Mhm.
I'm going to try to be the best on it.
Mhm. Yes.
If I'm going to sell elotes in the street, I'm going to try to be the best elote seller in the street.
Okay. Yes.
So when I start working in Toastmaster as district director in the three different positions, I put almost all my time, my resources on
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
Because I wanted to be a district officer for the members,
Mhm.
having a close relation with the members.
Mhm.
That is the important part of Toastmaster. Now that I am going to running for another kind of positions that need different kind of abilities, skills, resources, and time, I
Mhm.
am working in another projects that I had before being district director. When I start with this project, being or working in district service with an entrepreneurship, no, yes,
Yep. Mhm.
entrepreneur, yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm working on it, and now I know that Toastmaster give you all the skills that you need to do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. And
Mhm.
if everyone join a Toastmaster club, and it is not commercial, or the next words is not sponsored by Toastmaster, but but if everyone join a Toastmaster club, if everyone improve their communication and leadership skills,
Mhm.
whatever you want to do in your life, if you want to improve your relation with your family, if you want to be promoted in your work, if you want to travel around the world, whatever you want to do, if you improve your communication and leadership skills, could be and will be possible. No, so that's the Toastmaster gave me the possibility to do
Mhm.
whatever I want to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be successful in everything, no, but the possibility to do
Yes.
is the best way to start. And Toastmaster give to every member this possibility, no. So that is that I want to do now in Toastmaster. I'm sure that in Toastmaster, every time you have a new challenge in your club, in the district service, in the international service,
Mhm.
when someone said that Toastmaster don't have any more to offer to her, to him,
Mhm.
they are in the big mistake about Toastmaster, because
Great.
every time you can improve in your communication, in your leadership style, No, so thank you for saying that I climbed the mountain, but I think that the mountain start to grow every time that you climb it. When
Yeah.
you are in the top of the mountain, you go and check, oh, we have another point to go. So that is the point of Toastmaster. That is something amazing about Toastmaster, and that is something amazing about life. No, because if you think that your life end in some point, well, yes, and when you die. But if you are not dying,
Yes.
you can, if you're not dead, you can do whatever you want to do. No, and a good example in my life is my mom.
Right.
My mom worked 33 years being a teacher,
Yeah.
and they are retired. She's retired now,
Mm-hmm.
but start with another kind of things. No, so when you think that something end is because you cannot see more,
Yeah.
because you don't want to see more.
Interesting way to look at your perspective. I think is different than a lot of people I know your age, because a lot of people your age don't think like you do. They don't have the vision that you have, and you have a vision not just for yourself, but you have a vision for many people. Because in Toastmasters, that's what we do. I might be a Toastmaster, but my vision is for everybody, not just for myself, because that's how Toastmasters is evolved. I like the fact that you were the district director and now you're president, because lots of people would think like, yeah, you made it up here. Why are you going back down here? But it's not about that. It's about service. It's always been about servicing the members of your club. If you don't have a great club, you can't have the stairs going up don't go anywhere if you don't have the good base. And we have a good, you have to make sure the base is really strong. And it's very important that people understand that the base is the most important thing in Toastmasters. So your individual member is the most important thing.
Yes,
Yeah. Well,
yes, it's
thank
the
you
most
very
important.
much for this interview, because man, you have a lot of information. I wish I could pick your brain a little bit longer, but I think we're going to call it quits today. Maybe have another interview later on, because you're a very interesting young man. I hope that you obtain the goal of being the is a district director for the international district director. I,
International director.
Yeah, I think that Toastmasters would be doing a great job if they got you to do that position, because I think your work you're how would I say, you're ready for that.
Thank you so much, Brian, for this opportunity. And of course, when you have to talk again, I'm waiting for it.
I'll get a hold of you. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.